Welcome to IAH 241E Social Entrepreneurship, Session 1, Summer 2018. In this class, which starts on May 14, we're going to be exploring social entrepreneurship. We're going to read about entrepreneurial thinking for social causes and cultural good. We're going to analyze the cultural, social, political, and technological context of social entrepreneurship. We're going to analyze the stakeholders involved in social and entrepreneurial undertakings, including clients and customers, community organizations and leaders, legislators and policymakers, and more. We're also going to talk about the challenges of engaging in social entrepreneurial work, along with analyzing the impacts and implications of the larger global trend towards social entrepreneurship. And we'll end class by thinking about the futures of social entrepreneurship. In this video, I want to briefly introduce myself and introduce our class. I'm Danielle Nicole DeVoss. I'm a professor here at Michigan State University. I teach undergraduate and graduate classes in MSU's professional writing program and our rhetoric and writing graduate program. This last semester, I taught CAS AL 114, Creativity for Entrepreneurial Context, which is one of the two core courses required in the university minor in entrepreneurship and innovation. My research and the last few books I've published focus on two key areas. First, digital writing and media production. And second, intellectual property issues in digital spaces. And I'm hoping, after I finish up the two books I'm working on right now, to write a book about social entrepreneurship and humanities education. I used to run the Creativity Exploratory in the College of Arts and Letters, which was a creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship lab for humanities students. We had brainstorming rooms and media tools, a maker space where we had a laser cutter, plotter printer, digital sewing machine, and more. We regularly hosted student groups and events, brought in speakers, and held workshops on a range of different topics. So that's a bit about me. There are 5 assignments for class this semester, which you'll see on the syllabus. The first is to contribute to reading responses. Each week, I'll post a prompt or a question for you to think about and respond to in our shared MSU Google Docs folder. If all of us were in one document, things would get pretty messy. So I've broken us up into creativity clusters where you're going to be working with a smaller group of students from class. The second set of assignments for the class are the 4 major projects. For each, we're going to do some looking, doing, creating, listening, and exploring, and then we're going to do some inventing and innovating around social entrepreneurship. 3 of the projects are individual, and 1 is a group project. I want everyone to leave this class with a deep, rich understanding of social entrepreneurship and with a set of creativity and innovation tools that we can take and apply in different contexts and situations. Throughout the course, I'm going to emphasize communication. You can have the most creative, innovative idea in the world, but if you can't effectively communicate it to others or implement it in the world, that good idea is going nowhere. So in this class, we're going to create web pages, slideshow presentations, and other media compositions. That said, you don't have to have a ton of technology skills for this class. For our assignments, I'll introduce some different tools and approaches and provide access to materials to help you get started. But you must have access to D2L, to MSU Google Drive, and ideally YouTube for class this semester. You're also going to need to have, obviously, a stable, high-speed internet connection. You might need a camera, and your phone will do just fine for that. Most importantly, you're going to have an open mind and a willingness to be creative and to play and to experiment. We're going to have a specific focus for each of the 7 weeks of class. The first week of class, we're going to hone in on what social entrepreneurship means. The second week of class, we're going to broaden that definition to consider cultural entrepreneurship and the larger cultural and global context of this work. Week 3, we'll talk about the technological context of social entrepreneurship. During week 4, we'll talk about some of the key players and stakeholders involved in social entrepreneurial initiatives. Week 5, we'll talk about some of the challenges we face when we're approaching entrepreneurial projects, activities, and initiatives. Week 6, we'll explore the impacts and implications or the results of social entrepreneurial work. And for our last week of class, we'll focus in on what the future of social entrepreneurship might look like. And every week will be structured the same way. There will be an overview video about our focus and topics for the week. There will be 1 or 2 or maybe 3 readings related to that focus or topic. We'll have a case, and almost all of the cases I'm going to highlight in this class are MSU cases of social entrepreneurial projects. And we'll have a spark or 2 designed to get our creative ideas flowing. All of the class materials are linked from D2L. When you head to D2L, you should now see IAH 241E on your list of courses. If you don't, email me right away. The first folder in our class D2L site includes our course syllabus and this overview video. Read the syllabus right away and note project due dates in your planner. The next folder includes assignments for the reading discussion assignment and the 4 major projects for class, and it'll also include the drop boxes where you'll submit your project work. The next folder is the link to our class MSU Google Drive folder and a list of creativity clusters and who is assigned to which I'll post the first week of class. And you'll also see folders for each of our 7 weeks of class. And each folder will be set up the same way. There will be an overview video that introduces the week's focus and topic. You can watch it as an MP4, you can watch it on YouTube, or you can read the text-only transcript. There will be readings related to the week's topic and focus, a case for each week, again, and all of these are MSU examples of social entrepreneurship, and there will be sparks for each week. If you have any questions about the D2L materials, please let me know. I have one really important piece of advice. I encourage you to approach this class as you would a face-to-face in-person class, especially if you haven't taken an online class before. And by that I mean you're going to want to create a sort of schedule for yourself and for your work. You're going to set aside class time every week to do the work for class. For instance, on my planner, I've crossed off 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. on Mondays and Thursdays to work on class, and then Sunday from noon to 4 p.m. to work on class. You might need a little bit more time, you might need a little bit less time, but it's really important to protect time every week to do the work of the class. The class is 7 weeks. We're going to move quickly. It's important you don't fall behind. I'll be keeping in touch with you regularly on email and by video and on D2L. Know that you can always email or text me if you have any questions about class, the materials, or the projects. Welcome to IAH 241E.